And now, good night, Bernadette.
Good night, Saint John.
However, above all that, I come in the cause of justice. The authorities are scheming and plotting this girl's destruction.
It is not the practice of the Church to interfere with the authorities. And particularly in the case of Bernadette Soubirous, we will rigidly adhere to our policy of remaining aloof.
In my opinion, a change in our policy is now necessary.
That opinion is not shared by an amazing number of equally worthy ecclesiastics.
I realize that. I also realize that none but myself has talked to this child. I've begun to wonder if she is not a true vessel of grace and a worker of miracles.
No, stop. My dear Dean, only the Congregation of Rights can determine whether a given phenomenon is a genuine miracle or a deception.
True. That's all I ask. An Episcopal Commission be set up to investigate.
2 or 3 questionable cures are not sufficient to cause an investigation.
One questionable cure was sufficient to cause a multitude to travel hundreds of miles.
Very well. I will convoke such a commission.
Thank you.
Providing certain obstacles can be surmounted. You fully realize, of course, just what this will mean. The Commission can render only one of 3 decisions. First, you're an impostor, little Soubirous. Hence, away with you to a prison for juvenile delinquents. Second, you're a madwoman, little Soubirous. Away with you to an asylum. Third,
You are the rarest of mortal beings, little Soubirous. Just when do you think the Commission will begin its work?
the scientist, the chemist, the geologist cannot possibly conduct their researches with the grotto boarded up.
A letter from you will force them to open it.
No. The Emperor must command that the grotto be opened. Then the Commission may assemble, not the other way around.
When will you ask the Emperor?
Never. I have not the slightest intention of mentioning it. He will not know that I even contemplate convoking the Commission. My attitude puzzles you, doesn't it?
Frankly, yes.
I am giving your lady a chance to prove herself to me. If she is the Blessed Virgin, then nothing is impossible for her, and she will overcome the Emperor. However, if she is overcome, then she's a fraud. The grotto will remain boarded up, and she and any thought of the Commission will vanish into thin air. I wonder, my dear, do you know who would win? The Emperor or the lady?
Stay where you are. You're under arrest. They go down. I'll watch them from here.
Name, age, occupation?
Jacques Rousseau, 46, carpenter.
Charge?
Stealing water from Mataglan.
1 franc and costs.
But I haven't got it, monsieur.
2 days in jail, then. Take him away. Next case.
Voyons, woman. Voyons, woman.
Name, age, and occupation?
Julia, Leontine, 34, governess.
Brewer? Madame, are you by any chance related to Admiral Brewer?
He's my husband.
Oh, I am Vicar Dutour, the Imperial Prosecutor.
How do you do?
Won't you come into my office and sit down, please?
I was arrested and led through the streets the same as the rest. I do not wish to be treated differently now that I'm here.
Madame, this is most distressing. You are the bearer of a great name. When ladies of your station exhibit to the masses their utter contempt for the law by breaking it, what is the poor civil servant to do?
Punish them the same as you would the others.
Very well, madame.
I'm forced to require you to pay a fine of 1 franc and costs.
Delighted, monsieur. And here are 100 more for my fellow criminals who are without funds. And now, please, may I have the bottle?
The bottle is confiscated.
But I don't believe it remains so, monsieur. For I filled it at the desire of a very high personage.
May I ask who this personage is, madame?
Her Majesty the Empress Eugenie. I have the honor to be the governess of His Highness the Prince Imperial.
Take it, madame.
I begin to see the folly of being the only one to do one's duty in a feeble-minded world.
His temperature is quite normal now.
God, I was right. The water is miraculous. I'm sure it is, madame. My darling, you'll be well now, my sweet. Louis. Louis was better. The water from Lourdes made him well.
Let us say, sire, the waters did the prince no harm. He had only a slight cold.
How can you say that? His forehead was on fire with fever.
Never more than 2 degrees, then.
It was diphtheria or scarlet fever. I know it. I feel it.
Please, my dearest, don't excite yourself. Come and sit down.
Lulu has had a number of attacks like this, and he's always gotten well.
I tell you, Louis, it was the water that saved him.
That's a very frivolous observation, darling. You're doing a great injustice to the doctor's prescriptions.
You're an atheist, Louis.
That's the most stupid thing a sovereign could be.
Then you're worse than an atheist. You haven't the humility to thank God for the grace He's accorded us.
By order of His Majesty the Emperor, the ordinance of May 10 is hereby revoked and nullified as of this date. The grotto shall be opened. Signed, Louis Napoleon.
I must say, my dear Dean, your lady wastes no time in accepting a challenge.
Well, the ladies had sweet revenge.
I'm being transferred to L.A. Perhaps I should say demoted to L.A.
I rather expected you would be. I, too, received a letter this morning.
Yeah? What hole are you headed for?
In my case, the lady wanted even sweeter revenge. I am to stay here, for a while at least. Watch the thing I fought against blossom like a fruit tree. It's the influenza again, I can feel it. Evidently, the lady intends to leave me exactly as she found me. It's a hot one, Lulu.
And then I ran to the other side and ate of the grass and the herbs as the lady had asked me to.
I can't understand a lady demanding anything so repulsive of you. It doesn't fit into the description that you gave of her, that she bade you act like an animal.
Do you act like an animal when you eat salad?
Go on.
Then I looked for the spring. Since I couldn't see it, I suppose the lady meant that it was below the ground. So I began to scratch and dig with my fingers.